What's up guys, Justin here with TheSketchUpEssentials.com. So in today's video, we're going to check out an updated extension from Curic that takes advantage of the new overlay functionality in SketchUp 2023. Let's go ahead and just jump into it. Okay, so Curic Scale is a tool that I think kind of demonstrates what could happen with the new overlays function that was added in SketchUp 2023. Note that because it is using that overlays function, it's only going to work in SketchUp 2023 and beyond because it's using a new feature that was added in that version. If you do want to purchase it and check it out, it's a $10 add-on. I'll link to that in the notes down below. But I wanted to show you how it works and kind of how this indicates how we might use overlays in the future. Okay, and so the first thing is when you first enable this add-on, it's not going to do anything unless you go into your extensions, Curic Scale++, and you enter your license from when you purchased. You can install it, but you also need to add that license in here for it to do anything. But basically what this is going to do is this is going to act as an overlay to the SketchUp Scale tool. And so the first thing you need to do is you need to make sure that you go into the Overlays window over here and check the box for Scale++ in order for these overlays to work. And if you can't find the overlays box right here, you can go to Window, Default Tray, and go to Overlays right here. But basically what this is going to do is whenever you toggle it on and then you activate the Scale tool, it's going to add additional information to your object. So if I toggle this off, notice how none of that information is going to show up. If I toggle it on, it is going to show up. But basically what this is going to do is this is going to live update with information about the dimensions that are in here. So notice how as I drag this, this is giving me an overlay of the dimensions of the object that we have selected in here. I think I saw somewhere that this might only be working if you do a click, move, click, and then updating on Mac. I think I saw that on the forum somewhere. I have no idea if that's been fixed or not. But one of the cool things about this, and this is something that we haven't had before, is we can actually mouse over these and we can type in values. So let's say I wanted this to be 4 feet. I can just click in here, type in a value of 4 feet, and hit the enter key. So I could click on this one, type in a value of 3 feet, like this. So what that's done is that's given us the ability to come in here and edit those different dimensions. This is also giving us this little overlay function right here, which allows us to click in order to set the direction that this is going to overlay. Notice this is kind of jumping around on me, which is a little bit interesting. So eventually it does kind of jump off the page. So usually what I do is I just reinitialize the tool and it just brings it back in here. But you can toggle which handles are going to appear by clicking on the different objects right here. And you can't click and drag this over, you just have to tap the S key again. But notice how that's now locking me into these different dimensions like this. And so really this tool isn't a massive change to the Scale tool. I don't know that I would necessarily consider it an essential extension, but I do really like the overlays in here and how you can type in these values. In addition, you can also right click on these and notice how it gives you different values that are in here, and you can also do a manager or you can adjust your text size. So what that means is if I right click in here and click on show my manager, if I wanted to, I could set my favorite dimensions in here. So for example, let's say I wanted to add one. So let's say I wanted to toggle back and forth on this y-axis between 4 foot and let's say 6 foot. Okay, so I'm going to type in 6 feet and then I'm going to hit the play button. Well, notice how now what I can do is I can toggle back and forth between these dimensions right here. Now, if I right click, so the other thing that's going to do is that's also going to give me those different dimensions from a drop down right here so I can quickly toggle back and forth between them. So if you're trying to show some sort of option or something like that, using this to manage those could be really useful. I don't know that I would necessarily use that tool a ton in this version, but I do think it provides some interesting ideas of what could happen. You're gonna note that this does work with more complex shapes, right? So for example, let's say that I wanted to scale this object right here. I could just type in a new value. Now note that you are still getting that distortion in here. It's not really changing the scale functionality, it's more overlaying information on the functionality that you have. And so I think this extension gives us kind of an indicator of where other extensions could go in the future. I'll link to it in the notes down below if you want to check it out. Leave a comment below, let me know what you think and what you think about the overlay functionality in general. I just love having that conversation with you guys. As always, thank you so much for taking the time to watch this, and I'll catch you in the next video. Thanks, guys.